Hey guys, FilthyRobot here, continuing our playthrough of EU4 with Arumba, where we are watching the AI fall apart under pressure. Denmark making some seriously questionable choices.
Declaring war against someone who has naval superiority when you are a seafaring nation. Yes, it's not very smart.
No. I want to buy some tech soon. Are we going to do that relatively soon?
Yeah. Yeah, basically just...
we have money now, and we're waiting on the Renaissance anyways. Haven't hit our limits yet. Is this time to talk about buildings?
Yeah, we have enough money that we could not only embrace the Renaissance, which is how much again right now? It's
like 200 and something right now.
290, and we've got 480, so we have like 200 spare ducats. So let's go to the buildings macro builder, B7.
Okay.
It's for buildings.
Okay.
Now, 9 times out of 10, the best building for money, like the best payoff, is going to be this church under the taxation little subheader on the right-hand side.
Okay.
It's 100 gold, gives you a local tax modifier plus 40%. So each one base tax will give you 1 ducat per year. So you're going to get 0.4 ducats per year per base tax. So if you build this in a province with, say, I don't know, let's just go look. Let's find a province we can build it in, and I'll walk you through it. Go look at London, our capital.
Yep.
Our capital has 11 base tax. Okay, so it makes by default 11 ducats of income per year. Okay. 11 times 0.4 would be what you would get from the 40% increased amount from the building. And then you could just take the cost of the building, 100 ducats, divided by the amount it's going to make you, and that's the payoff, which is usually going to be somewhere between 20 and 50 years.
Jesus. So these are quite long investments, though. It's
longer than a ship, right? I think the number we mentioned before was a bark is usually about 6 or so, 7 years to pay itself off. But it's still one of the better buildings, and it's a great long-term investment, especially because development will typically go up.
Better than the local trade power one?
Now, that's the other thing, though. Marketplace is usually going to be the best one you can do, but only in provinces that have estuaries. If it doesn't have an estuary, it's a province modifier. You do know what it is. We talked about this. Go look at Lothian.
No, that was in the 25% that we lost.
Our Lothian, our former capital.
No, it has an estuary. Thames has one, too.
Yep, the coastal center of trade in Lothian. That is an estuary. It's not, well, this isn't technically an estuary, but I'm talking about any province modifier that increases trade power. Yes, London already has the marketplace.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How? How do you see?
Close the institutions tab if it's open, and then you'll see the buildings list. It's got a fort, a castle, and a marketplace.
Marketplace. So I don't see this. No. Oh, I see. If I open that up. Yeah, okay, got it.
So England had already built a marketplace here. So we already have it. It's great, yeah.
Can we ask them to build some more buildings before we take over the rest of the land?
They will.
That sounds like a good payoff.
They will. Anyway, so you want to build marketplaces in any province that has anything that increases your trade power. So whether there's a coastal center of trade or an estuary, it makes no difference. So in our former capital, Lothian, there is a coastal center of trade, which increases land local trade power by plus 10. So if I had to choose, I would build a marketplace there. It would give us 6.7 trade power in the North Sea. And again, a long time ago, we talked about how provincial trade power propagates to nodes upstream. So building a building that increases your provincial trade power increases your trade power in that node and every stream upstream of it. So it's very, very good, basically. But it's only worth doing in provinces that have estuaries or trade power modifiers. So go ahead and build your very first building in Lothian. Build a marketplace there.
I have to click on the province that I want it in? I thought I was in that already. Okay.
Very similar to like assigning estates or building armies. You click it on the thing on the macro builder, then you click it on the province. Or you can click on the province itself, click on an open building slot, and build it from that.
Okay.
Next, since we don't have any others that fit that criteria, I would probably build a church in whichever province you see that shows the biggest plus number, which is probably going to be our capital.
Plus 0.36.
Yep. So that's going to give us an extra
0.36
ducats every month.
Are there maintenance on buildings or no?
Nope.
Awesome.
It's just an upfront cost. If you have extra money, now we can make more money.
Okay.
It takes a year to build them, but after we've had them, then it's basically...
Should we do another one? Should we do another church in Essex? Plus 0.23?
Could, but then you're not going to have enough money to do the thing, the Renaissance.
Oh, I mean, we're making
on
money.
Demand. Yeah, it's true, but what if you decide you want to do it tomorrow and then you don't have the money for it?
Yes. Well, but the sooner you build these buildings, the sooner they pay themselves off, right?
Okay, do it. Just be aware, you're not going to be able to click the button.
We will be sad about button loss.
Wish that the French would just go siege down
No,
the
we're
island.
gonna have plenty of cash. What are you talking about? We're at 191 ducats already. It's like 200 and something.
There we go. Now the French are sieging down the Danish capital. This is going to really piss them off. Stupid Danish. Of course, he is sieging down that other fort, which is sort of annoying. Yeah, he already took it back. Our royal marriage with France just ended. But he's about to take the capital.
All right, I
Meanwhile,
want to take a look at the institutions. So what the fuck is that? Oh man, I was there earlier. It had a nice pop-up. Click on anything. Click on N. Click on Renaissance. Click on, there it is. Okay. And how do I see from there the total cost of embracing it?
to see the total cost to embrace it, you have to go to your military screen, F1.6, the technology tab, and then press the N key to show institutions on that screen.
Okay.
And there's
267. We're really close. Okay. So yeah, okay. I think we're gonna. I mean, we're not yet. We're at 1300 from 50 is when our military power starts hitting the cap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have a peace offer from Denmark.
Yeah, they're scared. Let's just keep beating them up. We have the capital occupied now.
So I'm gonna reject that.
Oh yeah. We want to just keep on smashing them in the face. Because look at this.
It's kind of amazing how badly they're doing.
The French are carpet sieging now. They're going after the Danish capital. The Norwegian capital now. And what is he trying to do with this army? All right, I'm going to keep...
The French really took their alliance seriously on this one. I appreciate that.
Oh, I know. I'm glad that you stayed friends with France. They are really... we're sitting at home with zero maintenance with like an army that's just a shell of what it should be.
Yeah.
And we're winning this war. We're at 46 war score.
You want to click Embrace Renaissance now?
Sure. I'm just waiting to see exactly how much we can demand.
I kind of want to click it.
Okay. If you want to do it, it's fine.
Why did we do that? We should have built the buildings after that, because construction cost minus 5%.
There you go. You should have clicked it. What was wrong with you?
I'm clicking it now. It's getting clicked.
Go ahead, do it. We've embraced the Renaissance. Yay!
Excellent.
Hey, okay. Now this is very, very important. We're at 1,069 military points. Notice how it's gray, and we've got that little new alert saying we're maximum up. If you end a month over your limit, you will get set down to your limit. So we will lose 70 points.
Why did we lose 300 military power cap?
Because the cap is increased relative to the increased cost from institutions, so that you're always allowed to take the tech. So because the cap was raised by 30%, or the cost was raised by 30%, your cap was raised by 30%.
So I need to take a military tech right now.
Yes.
And let me just take a look at the cost modifiers. Neighbor bonus minus 5%, because England's got it. We'll just take it anyways, though. Click. All right. Do we want this admin one as well?
Okay, there's something...
we can only save 999, so we're pretty close to being...
Yeah, I would take the admin tech button, but there's one thing to discuss in the right now, and that's just that there is a penalty we're about to experience called Unbalanced Research. We have 547 is our tech. Our military is 3 tech levels ahead of diplomatic, which means we're unbalanced. If you are 3 or more between, like if your highest is more than 3, then you're lowest. 3 or more than your lowest. Then you're going to get a penalty. If you hover over our corruption right now, you'll see that we have a penalty now. Unbalanced research plus 0.1 corruption per month, or per year rather. So just be aware that like we don't want to keep on going further and further ahead until we can get Diplotech caught up.
Well, we did just finish an idea group, so we can probably invest a little bit in Diplotechs after this.
Yep,
I'm going to take workshops, by the way.
Go ahead, yeah. And that's the other reason why we wanted to focus Diplo earlier, is to help offset the fact that we were going to be continuing to sink points into an idea group and not to technology.
Oh, cool. We get another idea group in a minute.
Yeah.
Renaissance 7. Or rather, Admin 7.
We have a new decision available since we took Admin Tech 6. It's the De Heretico Comborendo Act.
Where is this?
It should be in your Missions and Decisions tab. You should also have an alert at the top. It's like a little scroll with an exclamation mark.
National decision available. Okay. Oh, decisions are down here. We haven't done one of these in a while. All right. So what do these do?
More
Form
taxes.
the British Nation. So these are my options. The green ones are options?
Yeah.
The blue ones are what?
Well, okay. So the blue one, all you really care about right now are the ones that have an envelope next to it that's colored, that has a green check. It's something you could do.
Oh, that's the only one I can do. Okay, I see.
So do you want to increase Catholicism reform desire in favor of you making more money and getting more missionary strength?
Yes, I do.
Sounds good. Click it. We are rushing headlong into the Reformation is what's about to happen.
It's good.
It is good. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, France, come on. We need more war score, France.
Yeah, France, what are you doing?
We're just sitting here with no...
Captured another ship. We just got another free bark. What happens to our if we're over our naval limit from capturing?
Then we end up paying a little bit extra. We're paying 0.54 ducats a month for being over the force limit.
Okay.
We're 3 over the force limit, in fact. We've been catching a lot of ships.
That's good.
Might even consider selling some to somebody. All right, this is interesting. He's trying to pull his army. We could trap his army. Let's do that. So wait till he gets there, and now we move our navy over here. I'm going to detach the slower ships just so that we're quick.
Okay.
And now he's stuck.
The 20. You enjoying trapping the 20?
Yeah, he can't move.
Yeah.
He'll siege down Finn, but he can't go anywhere now because he's got no... He has to have control of both sides of the strait or naval superiority. Yep. And so he can't move his army. His army's stuck there. Except, no, France, you were supposed to siege down that other province. Now he has control of both of those provinces, so he's allowed to move between them. Damn it, France.
Too bad. Yeah. Sad days.
He could have trapped that army there for all of eternity. It would have been funny.
They want peace again. What's the war score up to right now?
46.
Yeah, what did we need?
A lot.
Denmark.
For the peace seal that I was looking at, we needed like 100.
Are we really gonna let France do all of that?
Sure. Okay. Why should we spend manpower?
I guess we're not gaining war weariness, we're just not losing any.
No. The only two things we're missing out on right now is we have no decay of war exhaustion and we have no monthly autonomy reduction. Normally autonomy goes down by 0.1% per month. But it can't because we are at war. All right, I'm going to split the navy in half. We're going to have half of it go over to help out with a blockade of the fort that he's trying to take back for us again. The other half's going to just stick around here to prevent him from trying to take his capital back.
Sounds good.
His war exhaustion is already at 4.2. It just went up to 4.4. He's gaining like 0.2 war exhaustion every month.
He's not having a good go of this.
Oh no. Most likely what's going to happen is sometime... Okay.
Typical response to this kind of problems. Obscurantism? Don't know what that is. A frequent behavior in most nations, at least since the Age of Enlightenment rose. We had two options. Ignorance is bliss, lose 10 prestige, or knowledge is power. Scotland gets obscurantism until the 20th of March. I don't know what this does, which gives national unrest +2.
Okay.
Our options are lose prestige or gain unrest.
Yeah, they're not exactly good.
Shitty?
No, not all. But I mean, we don't have any issue with rebels, so I just take the obscurantism.
Okay.
Not a big deal. We'll probably see some unrest start to build up now, but we can take care of it with our
our army that's just sitting at home, not doing anything in the middle of a war.
Yeah. It's funny though. You can build another building. Go ahead, find another location for a temple or something.
Are we trying to get temples everywhere?
Churches, yeah, temples, whatever they're called. They used to be called temples, then they called them churches, but they still call them temples in the game files. I don't know. They're called churches now. Looks like Lothian or Wallace the Girthy are both good locations for a church.
How is it even a question? Shouldn't you just always do the one with the biggest number?
Yes.
So why would it not be Lothian?
I'm just saying that those were the two that I found that were the highest.
Oh. You're giving me like a fake option. Was it a trap? Were you testing me?
Totally. Okay. Good job, France. Okay, now he's actually marching to fight. Just curious. Let's unblockade the capital to open up the... and actually, we want to do this. We want to dock, since we have actual... It's faster to dock than just to move from one seatile to the next. So we want to dock up in Sealand.
Okay.
Hopefully the French win this fight. And what we're really hoping for is that they... Right. Yeah, looks like they are. And hopefully the Danish try to retreat to Finn.
And you're going to trap them there?
Yeah, okay, so now you see how they're trying to march from where they are to Finn. They're going to be on the 12th. It's very fast. Go ahead, grab the navy that's in Sealand.
Yeah.
The Danish...
in Sealand, 19, yeah.
Yeah, just grab those and just send them to the sea tile. Just any of that water next to it. Orson and all. Yep, there you go. Okay, we'll just go. And now, it'll take one more day. The Danish are going to be like, wait a second. Oh, wait. Okay, so he's not going to be able to retreat to Sealand, but he is going to be able to make it to Finn. And now the French are like, ooh, a 0 morale stack army. Very nice.
Oh, man.
I don't mind if I do.
Artificially setting up this stack wipe.
It should have been an instant stack wipe, but it looks like at least one of the troops still had some morale.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna dock up the navies again, just to come on, France. Go stack wipe that thing. You can't run. Get it. Notice how we've opened up the gate again so that the Danish can try to retreat in the wrong direction?
Yeah. No.
And then just as soon as they try to cross...
I'm going to take this next idea group.
I'm going to trap them. So dirty. This war is filthy. Filthy.
I'm taking Renaissance Thought 7.
Renaissance Thought 7. What?
Yeah, that's admin tech Renaissance Thought.
Oh, okay, the idea group. Sure. Or the tech level. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that because I want. Oh, wait, are we there yet?
Well, keep in mind we're about to win a war that we're gonna need to core land with. Okay, here we go. Do it again. Do it again. You do it. Grab the 19 Navy. They're gonna cross this strait. This is the optimal outcome here. They will arrive on the 19th. So if you send them into the sea.
Sorry, I'm trying to get into I'm trying to get into the Flynn territory or Finn territory, right? Anywhere in there?
Anywhere in this whole sea tile is called Orsund.
Okay. Well, weren't we already in? Oh, we were docked. So just clicking in this sea tile brings us out of docking. Got it.
Yep. Pop those ships out. Are they on their way?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. They'll be there on the 15th. And now see how the Danish just stopped?
Yeah.
Now they're in the same province as an enemy that's hostile to them, and they have no morale, so they will instantly fight, and they will die.
This is so dirty.
Now we're going to dock up again just to see. They try to run. No.
How are they keep able to flee? I thought they should be dying.
There they go. Now they're gone.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, it's funny. Very, very funny. Okay, so the Danish have absolutely no army. What do you think the chances are that the Swedes might try to declare independence now?
Yeah, pretty high.
They've got the support from Muscovy. And, yeah. So, I'm looking at negative 83 reasons for peace deal still. They still don't want to give up.
Well, but, it's gonna start getting worse as France sieges everything around here, right?
Yeah. We could hold out, we could keep going, or we could try to just peace out now. Let's see.
It's costing us nothing. Is there any downside to holding out? So it's just I want this idea group. I'm getting the idea group. You're gonna need to buy some time, Arumba, so we can accumulate some admin power, because I want another idea group because they're kind of cool.
Okay. I would really like to get Bergenjuice. It's got an estuary in it.
I like one admin. Good luck.
Okay.
Now choose a new group. All right, free slot.
Okay, so we talked a lot about the first set of ideas. We ended up going trade because our first idea group, we didn't want to fall behind on military tech. It was very important. We also had no admin points because we just unlocked the first idea group, which required admin points to get to the right admin tech. Yep. Your second idea group is usually going to be military idea group because, like, as our current situation is, we're ahead of time on military tech. We have spare military points. We have no admin points. And you cannot have two Diplo idea groups. You can't go Diplo. If you try to select one, just hover over it, it'll tell you cannot pick an idea group in the diplomatic category right now. At most, 50% of your current idea groups may be in the same category to be able to pick another idea group of that category.
Okay.
So our options are administrative or military. If we go administrative, it's going to slow down our expansion for a very long time because we need to, first off, finish this war, core the territory, and then all admin points we earn, we're going to want to sink into the idea group instead of doing conquest.
Yep.
If you do military, though, you could potentially fall behind on military tech.
Yeah.
So which way do you want to go?
I want to go military.
Okay.
My thought process is it's a little bit short term in the sense that we're about to take some stuff from Denmark, and we're going to want our admin power.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first part. The second part is I imagine we might fall behind a little bit in text, but I bet you that if I look at these, if I start reading these, it's going to help us long term militarily to invest in military ideas, right?
Military ideas are incredible. A couple of them in particular are just amazing. If you look at quantity, the first two ideas in quantity give you plus 50% national manpower and plus 20% manpower recovery.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
It's like infinite men, basically. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So one thing I would consider real quick, go back to the primary, like the whole idea screen instead of the free slot, and then hover over where it says trade ideas, the first idea group you unlocked.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I was where you wanted me, and I'm not now. Ideas. Okay, trade ideas. What about?
when you hover over it, you should see a very big, long tooltip.
Yes.
These are policies. Policies are the things you get from pairing two different idea groups together. All we care about right now...
The military, there's two of them. I see them with the crossed swords.
Yeah, well, not necessarily two of them. Those cost military points. We need to look... These are the different things you could get depending on the idea group that you take. So if you're going to take a military idea group, the ones that are going to be potential policies we could choose, we could do the second one down, aristocratic ideas, quantity ideas, defensive ideas, offensive ideas.
Sorry, I missed the key. Sorry, just repeat what you just said.
I'm listing off the different policies that are listed on here that are paired with the military idea groups.
How do you know that they're paired with the military idea groups?
I just have the names of the idea groups memorized.
Okay.
So sometimes you can look at the policies you might get and use that as a decision for like how you choose your idea group. But in this case, I don't know. If you're going to go for a military idea group, I would probably just say that they're all really good, and whichever one is the most appealing to you is totally fine. Except for naval. Don't go naval. That one's stupid.
Okay, but I'm trying to make some sense of this screen that you maybe look at, the trade idea one over here. So I see that, I get what you're saying. When you pair two idea groups together, they form some grouping, and this grouping gives you bonuses. But how do I know which bonuses are triggered by having a military pairing with this? Okay,
so that was a list. When you hover over trade, you're seeing all of the potential policies that are paired with trade. Yes. So now click on the select new idea group button.
Okay.
And now just as before...
Select new idea group, do you mean the free slot?
Yeah, the free slot button, yeah. Now, if you hover over, like, say, the list of military ideas, where it says, like, aristocratic ideas, the text aristocratic ideas, now you'll see a list of all of the different ideas that come with this one, except one of them is yellow.
Yeah.
Trade ideas. So this is the bonus, so I get the bonuses.
Okay. So I can look at it from this screen, too, then.
Yes, this is the easier way to do it, but I first wanted to show you all of them.
If I went aristocratic ideas, I would get +1 merchant and 15% trade power abroad. If I went offensive ideas, in addition to all the stuff I get from these ideas, I would get, where's the yellow one? Yellow one is down there. I get trade efficiency +10% and embargo efficiency +25%, right?
Yes, but
am I reading this correctly?
Yes, but it's not that you just get it. It's a decision. You can choose to take the policy at the cost of one of the listed monarch point per month. So in this case, I'm still looking at offensive, and you're looking at the Anti-Smuggling Act. It's got the little cross sword thing. So it's saying if you want, you can spend 1 military point per month to get 10% trade efficiency and 25% embargo efficiency.
How often do I have to make that decision? Is it a one-time thing, or do I get to change it back when I want?
You can have up to 5 policies at a time, and you can turn them on and off.
Okay. Interesting.
So I wouldn't make it a huge factor in your overall decision-making, but at this point...
all right. Well, give me 2 seconds to just mouse through some of these just to get a little idea of what these do.
Yeah, just don't mouse over naval because it's garbage. Just...
I'm going to read naval just real quick because I'm really leaning towards that.
Yeah, the sailor recovery speed. That's the one. That's what we need.
Oh my goodness, where is that? That's only like 5 in. We could just start it. We don't even have to finish the group. We could just go for it until we get press gangs.
That'd be great. That would be wonderful.
What an amazing group. I like it already. All right, so give me a second to keep reading these. What is infantry combat ability?
It just is a multiplier on the amount of damage that your infantry inflict.
That sounds really fucking good.
It is really good.
I don't like the rest of these all that much, but I like the finest of horses, the private to marshal, and the masked battery all sound pretty nice. What's the benefit? Discipline. What does discipline do exactly?
Discipline is a multiplier on the amount of military tactics that you have, so it reduces the amount of damage you take, and it also increases the amount of damage you deal, if I remember correctly. Let me check real quick.
So the quality idea sounds like, it's labeled quality idea. So, but what I'm reading from it is it makes a limited number of troops better.
Yes.
Right? It's going to be so okay. And it feels like for what we're doing, you're very keen on, you sort the number of troops you always seem to want to have is exactly the number you need for the width of the stack. Is that going to change now that we have cannons?
Now that we have money, it may change. Now I'm going to want to have more men. In the beginning, we were poor. We were weak. We didn't want to have extra men because we couldn't afford it. Now we're gonna have money because we have trade ideas, which is a good first decision. Very good first idea group. So kudos to you on that. So we don't necessarily have to play that same way where we're trying to eke out every little bit of value from every troop.
Shock is the one we care about right now, right?
Yes. However, now that we have cannons, it's going to start to change, but not yet really. Like, military tech 14 is about the time where cannons start to become far more valuable and fire value is more valuable.
Can you promise me lots more fighting in this campaign?
Sure. Well, yeah, just declare war on France, no problem. The idea groups that are the most appealing to me, I'd say quality is really good, but it's usually not your best first pick.
Are you looking at offensive ideas by chance?
Offensive, defensive, and aristocratic are all very good.
So, all right, the ones that I see that I don't remember what military tradition does, or army tradition does, rather. I remember morale of armies being very powerful. Land leader maneuver is fine, but it feels like lots of our stuff seems to have maneuver in there. I don't care about fort maintenance or fort defense. I don't care about reinforce speed that much. I do, but I don't.
Well, you had Wallace. Wallace was a god. You never experienced not being able to reinforce quickly enough in hostile terrain because he
last
offset
time we ran out of goddamn manpower was the problem.
That's true.
So like it felt like the reinforced timer wasn't the issue. I guess I am leaning a little bit towards recruitment. Excuse me, offensive ideas. Right now, let me read the aristocratic one again, but I don't think so. Have combat ability 10% is of course nice. Income from vassals. What is that? We don't have any vassals. Hostile core creation cost on us. Don't know what that means. I mean, I remember what a core is, but what's a hostile core creation?
It means anyone trying to core land that we have a core on has to pay extra 50% admin points.
I don't care what they pay for.
Well, if you're losing a war, then that means you probably did something wrong.
Oh, no, I'm not taking aristocratic ideas. There's one in here that gives us an extra diplomat. I refuse. That's ruled out. We're going. Okay. We're going up. Let me just read the rest of the defensive ones just to make sure. I am interested in offensive ideas or quality ideas, and you seemed to think the first three were better. So I will lean towards your experience with that. I want to do offensive ideas.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And quality's really good. The only issue is that a lot of the value in quality comes from the policies you can choose. And since we only have trade to pair it with, we don't really have any good policies. And the other issue with quality is that you have 3 of these ideas are dedicated to ships. You've got ship durability +5, morale of navies, and naval attrition, all of which are complete trash. Because who gives a crap? You either have more heavies than they do or you don't. And that's it. That's the determining factor for naval warfare in this game. So... Okay. That means that basically 3/7 of the ideas are completely nonsensical, and
got it.
But later on, when you can get good policies to pair with it, then it starts to become very valuable. So if you want offensive, I am all for that. That's awesome. Do it. Done. And if you want, since we're 6 years ahead of time, you can go ahead and take your first idea as well.
Oh my goodness! Can I really?
Oh yeah! Hell yeah!
Yes. Right.
And this one is really good because now, if you recall, at the top of this ideas screen, you can see we have our Scottish traditions gives us land force limit plus 33% and land leader shock +1. Now we have +1 from bayonet leaders, so we always, from now on, will always have a minimum of 2 shock on every general, no matter what.
Good.
It also makes it far, far more likely for you to get 4, 5, and 6 shock generals because of the way that it attributes the points.
So it's not a bonus in each fight. It's on a roll on a creation bonus of generals.
Land leaders have a bonus to shock of +1 always. It's just given to them as a free pip, no matter what.
If we had, do our existing generals gain that pip, or is it only for future recruited ones?
Only when you roll a general.
Okay.
So, but it's good. I mean, 2 more ideas into this idea group, we're going to have land leader fire +1.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. Yep.
Which means that we're always going to have generals with at least 3 pips, which is, I mean, of course,
awesome.
They're going to have 3 because they have to have a minimum of at least 1, but we're going to have really good generals with this setup. It's great.
Good, because I like good generals. It makes for interesting play. All right, but we do need to cut. We went over again. I know it got interesting, and the idea group took a minute to think, so I had to read a bunch. So thanks for bearing with me. But
anyways, cool. All right, we'll be back same time, same place tomorrow.
Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.
See you in a bit.